Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some Gothic Halloween DIYs for you and had so much fun making all of these. And the first thing I did was take this Dollar Tree sign, and I struggled to get the sticker off, so I do that later off camera. And I just put some spackle in the holes and I painted it on both sides with some Waverly ink chalk paint. And then I made these little corner decal things with my Cricut Joy, and I'm just weeding it here to get all the little bits out. And what I did was I looked up Halloween corner and I found these, and they have like a little skull on the very corner and then a nice like design. So I made 4 of them, and then I put one on each corner. And then I made another 2 things on my Cricut, and one says vampire bat and the other one says Desmodus rotundus. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that is vampire bat in Latin. And I'm just using the ruler so I can try and center the words before I stick them down. So I put that one down first, and then I stuck the vampire bat on the top so that I could position it in the right place. And next thing I do is I make a hanger with some twine, some hot glue and a popsicle stick. And then I got this bat from Dollar Tree, and it looks more like a fruit bat than a vampire bat, but it still works. So I just hot glue it in place because it was kind of squint. So I hot glued it in place. And I love how this turned out. It turned out so beautiful. I love bats. And I was gonna paint the bat black, the skeleton black, but then I decided to leave it like this and came up with this idea, and I'm glad that I did. Everything I got in this video was from Dollar Tree except for this choker that I got from Dollar General, and I don't usually go in there, but I thought they might have some good Halloween stuff, and they didn't. This was the only thing that they had, and I wasn't going to get it, but then I was like, I could do something with it. So all I do is take this glass, a candle holder, I forgot what it was called there, and I just hot glue it around the bottom rim. And then I have this black candle holder, also from Dollar Tree, and I just place it on top, and then I just use a little bit of hot glue to put this on because it starts seeping through the holes and you don't really want to see the hot glue. And I just placed a candle inside, and I think it turned out really pretty. Yeah, I love the red accent with the stones. But let me know what you think in the comments. And this one was easy. I just took this picture and I painted it 2 coats. Did I do 2 coats? I only did 1 coat of Waverly chalk paint. But you should do 2 coats. And then I took one of these skeleton garlands and these butterfly wings that I also got from Dollar Tree. and I just cut off the little what's that bit called, feeler bits. I don't know what they're called, I can't remember. And I just cut that bit off, and then I glued it together. I put the two spongy bits in the middle, and then I just hot glued the skeleton to it, and then I hot glued the wings to the back of it. And you can see here I only did one coat of paint, but it still turned out cute. So if you're going to paint it, it would be better off spray painting it, but I didn't have any spray paint and it was late. I wasn't going to go to the shop and get some more. And these come in these little bats come in a pack with some spiders, and I just cut off the ring part on all of them. And then I have this hurricane vase candle holder thing from Dollar Tree, and then I just hot glue them on and space them out evenly. And all you do at the end of Halloween, you can just pop these off easily because they're only hot glued, and then you can still use the glass. But I think it turned out really cute. Which one is your favourite so far? Let me know in the comments down below. Would you make any of these? And I think so far the bat one is my favourite, but my other favourites are still to come. So I thought I would make a letter H for Halloween, because you guys have been asking me for more tower block letters. So for the H, I just made 2 sides, 3 across and 5 long, and then put 3 in the middle to make an H. And now I'm just putting 15 blocks lying horizontally, and I make 2 of those for the sides. Once they're all dry though, I just glue the 2 H's to one side of the blocks, and then I glue the other side on. Oh, I'm using the Dollar Tree super glue wood glue for this. And then I just put some blocks on the bottom and up the middle sides, and then I glue on one side, or the bottom side of the middle of the H. I paint it with some Waverly ink chalk paint, and then I dry brush some of the elephant chalk paint over the top. And then I just decorated with some creepy cloth from Dollar Tree, and I put these skulls on it and a wee spider. And for this next one, I have one of these little, it had a succulent in the middle with some hot glue and a little wire. So I just pulled that out, and then I rearranged these skulls that I got from Dollar Tree. And all I do is hot glue them onto the bottom. And make sure you try and get them all in the same place so that it'll sit flat. So I did the corners first, and then I did the middle ones. And then I took it outside and I spray painted it with some Rust-Oleum spray paint. And you just have to make sure you're careful when you're spraying the skulls, because they are foam and they will melt. And this is how it turned out. I just put some Dollar Tree black rocks inside in this succulent that looks like some flames. For this next DIY, I took 2 of these floating shelves from Dollar Tree, and they're quite good. They come with the screws and wall plugs that you will need to put them on the wall. And I'm just using my hot knife to take off these little bits on the inside so that it will sit flat together. I just gave them a wee sand to get off the jaggy edges. I'm just using some Dollar Tree Fix-All and some hot glue to put them together. And I just pick off any hot glue that squeezed out. I'm just using some spackle to fill in the gap. And well, it worked a wee bit. I probably should have put some more in it, but you can't notice when everything's on the tray anyway. And when it was dry, I just wiped off the extra. And next I turn it upside down, and I have these little kaleidoscopes from the party section in Dollar Tree. Or was it kids party section? And I just glue hot glue them to the bottom, one in each corner. Then I just start gluing these skulls from Dollar Tree on each corner, and then I do one in the middle of each side, and then I fill in the spaces with some more skulls. And if you wanted to keep the skulls glittery, then you could just paint the tray before you put them on, but I wanted to make them black. So I glued them on first, and then I spray painted them with the Rust-Oleum spray paint. And you'll see that if you do it too close, it does melt the skulls a little bit, but I actually like that effect. So I'm happy with how it turned out, but if you wanted to make it more glam, you could just leave the skulls glittery. And they do have white skulls too, and it would also look nice with those. And then once I done this side off camera, I glued the rest of the skulls on, and this is how it turned out. And you could leave it like this if you wanted to, but I decided to paint some of the beaded garland, and I just gonna glue a piece from one corner to the other on each side. And then I glue the next piece from the middle to the bottom corner on each side. And I love how this turned out. I think it's so beautiful. I just love anything with skulls, black and gothic. You could always put a mirror on it, or you can decorate it with different things. I just picked some candles and succulents for mine. And then using the other pieces of the skeleton garland, I'm just hot gluing their feet to the bottom of this wooden plaque. And then I hot glue the legs and hips together so that they'll stand up straight. And then I glued their hands together, and that also helps them stand up straight. And then I painted them with some Waverly chalk paint because I didn't have any spray paint for this one. But it would be much easier just to spray them. And then I put a wee candle in the front, and I think this turned out really cute. But if you wanted to take the last DIY a bit further, I'm using the rest of these butterfly wings that I bought, and I remembered it's called an antenna. not feeler. So just cut those pieces off. And then I took the sticky sponge off the back of each one. And then I painted them with the Waverly ink chalk paint. And you can see where the glitter was. So I'm just going to use that as a guide. And I'm going to use these colour shift paints that I bought. And the colours are... I don't know what the colours are. Wait till I read it. Why can I not find the colour on the bottle? Oh, anyway, there's a green one and a blue one. And for some reason I can't see. Oh yeah, blue flash and emerald flash. I don't know why I couldn't see that. So I just did different patterns, covering up the glitter with the two different colours on each. And it gives this nice two-tone shimmery effect, like a insect wingwood. And this is what they like finished. And then you just fold them out the way. And then I glued them to the spine of each skeleton to make them little Gothic fairies. Oh, and this wasn't my idea to make them into fairies. I seen it on TikTok, so I wanted to make my own. And I'm just putting some of the forest moss on the bottom, and you can glue it down. I didn't glue it down yet. And then I decided to put a little candle in the middle, but I ended up painting the candle black, as you'll see in this clip. And here it is. I love how this turned out. This is one of my other favourites from the video. I think this one, the skull tray and the bat at the start are my favourites. And I have this sign from Dollar Tree, and I already took the twine hanger out, and I started taking the sticker off, then I realised I don't need to take the sticker off. But I painted it with some Waverly chalk paint on the back and then some of the front, because you're not going to see it all. And then I just hot glue this round mirror to the front, and I taped it off so you can't see my face. But it is a mirror. And then using some of the beaded garland that I had painted, I just glue that around the inside. And I have this wee piece of chain from another Halloween, one of the Halloween stakes, the bat. So I thought I would just use it as a hanger, but I take there's like little extra bits from where they molded it or whatever, so I just cut those parts off, and then I put it through the wee hole at the top of the mirror. Or you don't have to put a hat, you could put a different, like the twine hanger on the back if you wanted to. And then I have the white skulls like the grey ones before, and I just glue them all around the outside. And it took me 2.5 packs of skulls for this. And I love how this turned out. I think next time I remember to buy spray paint, I'm going to spray it black, because I just love black. I have 2 of these candle holders. You could use any of the candle holders for this, and I just put in some of the Dollar Tree Fix-All and some hot glue to glue it together. I did want the clear ones, the clear glass ones, but I could only find one, when usually there's an abundance of them. And I painted it with the Waverly ink chalk paint. Now I had one of these bowls left over. They came in a pack of 2, but I used them for another lamp that I made in another video, and I would have liked a bigger shade for this, but this is what I had and I needed to use it for something. So I just taped off the top with some masking tape, and then I just trim around And I got these skull beaded necklaces from Dollar Tree, and I am just cutting them. So there is a bone and then a skull, and then either 3 bones and then a skull, or the 2 round beads in the middle. And I used 3 necklaces for that. I think I cut like 24 or 26 pieces altogether. So actually I had spray painted this with some of the semi-gloss Rust-Oleum spray paint, because I bought it by accident. And here I am just gluing on in where the 2 candle holders join, the little leftover bones that I'd cut off the necklace. And then here's one of the glass candle holders. I'm just going to glue it on upside down on the top, and using the Dollar Tree Fix-All and the hot glue. So I'm just going to leave that to dry. And then I spray painted the shade. I gave it a couple of coats of the semi-gloss. And then I got this wee light from Amazon, and there's a link down below if you would like it. It has a remote control and it changes all different colours. This was me trying it out for the first time. And they come in a pack of 6, because I can't ever find the ones that are in Dollar Tree, so I ordered some so I could make more wee lamps. And then you can glue it on, it fits right on the inside of this, and it has a sticky pad if you wanted to stick it to it. And this is it finished, and I love how it turned out. Yeah, I love how it can change colours. I like when it's red, when it's the blue and the green. I think it looks beautiful. Oh, and I like the pink too. I bought 3 sets of these spider stakes from Dollar Tree, and I took the chains off them, and then I just cut them all down so that they can all fit on the back of this mirror. After I cut them all down, I just hot glue one to each corner. And then I use the end parts and I hot glue one of them to each side in the middle. And I thought you could leave it like this, but I thought I would use up some of these spider rings that I had left over. So I just cut the ring parts off, and then I hot glue one to each of the middle parts. And then I painted it with some Waverly chalk paint because I didn't really spray paint, but it would be much easier just to spray paint. And then I cut some popsicle sticks in half and then hot glued them on the back to make it more secure. And then I gave it another coat of Waverly chalk paint. And then I had these other spider rings, so I just cut the ring part off and then I hot glued one to each corner. And then I just used some red acrylic paint to paint all the little spider bellies red. And then I painted this big spider's eyes red. And then I'm just using a cable tie to make a little hanger at the top of one of the spider stakes. And you could always paint the bodies of the spiders if you wanted, make them a bit more realistic. And then you could have left it like that, it was pretty how it was, but I thought I would use some beaded garland to make it look like a spider web. So this big long one was from Target, I bought at Christmas time, and then the smaller one was from Dollar Tree. So I'm sure if you just got a pack of them from Dollar Tree, that would be enough. And then I I just glued them in place and then I painted it with a chalk paint, which didn't take as long as I thought it would. And here's it finished, and I don't know, let me know if you like it better with the beaded garland or without. What would you do? But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed all these DIYs, and I'll see you again soon.